YG once said that quality over quantity while explaining why Blackpink only makes a comeback once a year while many other music groups come back continuously even every 2 to 3 months. Although it's clearly a defense from YG, I still believe it reflects some truth, and you must agree with me that YG's music group's MVs are always meticulously invested in, both in sound and image, more professionally than the rest. And an essential part of this is the marketing strategy that creates high expectations. In this regard, YG is truly a master. For example, with Babymonster, their last evaluation, and Ahyun's disappearance and comeback, they have indeed created high expectations for the group's debut. Another extremely important factor for the success of a music group is uniqueness. I don't remember clearly, but I'm impressed by a story I heard about an emperor visiting a rose garden upon hearing of how beautiful they are. However, the emperor was extremely surprised when he arrived at the garden. All the roses had been cut by the owner except for one, leaving the most beautiful rose. Part of the success of the talented BTS boys comes from this factor, as they stood out at a time when predecessor groups like Big Bang and EXO were declining from their peak. However, it seems that HYBE hasn't learned from their own lesson. They have been continuously debuting girl groups, from Les Seraphim to NewJeans and now ILLIT. This overly spread out investment strategy, coupled with haste makes waste, is squandering their artists' talents and making the dream of having a top girl group under HYBE increasingly difficult to achieve. I feel like this is more of an experiment than a serious investment from HYBE. Even these girl groups, if not from one of the big four companies, struggle to compete with Kiss of Life or 50/50. However, with HYBE's financial prowess at the moment, their music groups always pose formidable competition. Companies are now actively promoting their 4th and 5th generation groups. The race would be dull without worthy competitors. Meanwhile, amidst the excitement surrounding this new generation race in K-pop, the Korean media couldn't help but mention two prominent rivals in the race, Babymonster and ILLIT. In a recent interview with the Babymonster girls, Korean journalists were quite bold and tactless when asking them about their thoughts on their competing rival, ILLIT. While deeply angered by this question of the Korean media, netizens also gave much praise for how the Babymonster girls handled this sensitive situation. Rora honestly stated that she supports the ILLIT girls as fellow colleagues. However, she also mentioned that there are many other music groups in this race, so they will strive hard and not give in. Meanwhile, Ayeon emphasized that their focus is on self-improvement rather than competing with other groups. The mature responses from the Babymonster girls are truly commendable, aren't they? Meanwhile, Rosé once again captivated listeners with her golden voice in the song Final Love Song, which serves as the signal song for Minette's I Land. Underneath the performance video posted by Minette, fans flooded the comments section with praise for Blackpink's main vocalist. The truth is, many people came here solely because of Rosé's contribution. However, fans also expressed extreme anger towards Minette for using Rosé's name as clickbait. The song was initially announced as sung by Rosé, leading people to believe it was her song and that she was the sole singer. However, Rosé is barely featured in the song, singing for only 44 seconds out of a total of 5 minutes and 32 seconds, and she is not featured in the video. Rosé's name isn't even in the video title or tags list, only appearing in the description and minimally in the video thumbnail. This makes it difficult for YouTube to recommend other videos featuring Rosé. Not only that, the version of the song featuring Rosé's vocals isn't available anywhere else but in this video, unlike IU's case in Island 1. Although we can't deny that Mnet used Rosé for clickbait, I believe there might be another reason behind this situation. The relationship between Rosé and Mit might not be as bad as it seems. Evidence of this is Rosé being the only Blackpink member to promote solo on M Countdown. I think this incident could be a result of an agreement between Rosé and Mnet, constrained by YG's artist management rights. What do you think about this?